Okay, so hey everybody, this is so very random and I'm literally like pacing up and down because I'm just in my head a little bit. But hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is V. I'm a PhD student, yada yada yada. We don't really do intros on this channel, I'll be honest. So like I never know how to actually do one because I'm like, girl, I got nothing to say. Anyways, having a real dilemma, having a real life dilemma, and I just need your input. And like, if you're not normally someone who comments and you just love watching and vibing, I love that for you, by the way. Like, I don't mind that because there are moments where you don't want to say anything. You just want to enjoy the video and go, you know. But today I'd really love for you to give me your thoughts and weigh in on what you think, because I'm genuinely, I feel like at a crossroads and my voice is going because I think that's what happens to me if I feel stressed or overwhelmed or deep in thought or whatever. I've noticed I lose my voice, my energy goes down. So yeah, this week, the video for this week is literally me needing your help. Anyway, let me lay out what's happening. So I'm in a PhD program that is structured in a particular way, and I can't believe I'm now at this stage of my degree. I'm really pleased, but essentially the first 2.5 years you move as a cohort. So it's like a cohort model. And for those new, I'm doing a PhD in education and leadership called the Urban Leadership Program at Claremont Graduate University at the School of Education Studies. So we have a very unique like cohort model where we absolutely move together and have weekend school, all that stuff. So now the coursework element of my degree is over. Like, I finished my last class yesterday, which is insane to me. I was in summer school, but now it's over and I'm so happy and pleased because it went well. However, now I'm stepping into, I guess, part 2 of the degree. So coursework classes over, done all of my qualifying exams. I've passed, flying colours, all is well. Now I'm about to defend my proposal, which I'm scared. Like, that is going to be the scariest day of my life. This thing I've been working on for the past, like, not 2 years entirely, but you could say 2 years, because we've been molding, shaping, adjusting and discussing what do you want that dissertation to look like, the research to look like. So I'm going to call it 2 years. Learning, becoming a better researcher, all the things. Now I have to stand up in front of the committee and say, this is what I propose to do. This is what I would like to do with my research. Do you think it's viable? Do you think it's something worth pursuing? And then they say yes or they say no. There is a possibility that they could say no. Obviously, the hope is that they don't say that, because I've been working so closely with my chair, my committee, all the people. Like, they've been very hands-on with me. So hopefully they would have flagged if anything was completely off track, you know, which I've been working on that proposal back and forth, 30,000 words of blood, sweat, tears. Anyway, I digress. I stand up with this 30,000 word document and I'm like, this is who I want to research. This is who my like demographic is going to be. This is the site I want to do it, like the country or the people. These are the research tools and methods I want to use. These are the questions I want to ask. This is how long each interview will be. This is what theoretical framework I will use. Like, I will dive deep into what this thing is. Great, all is good. Now, once I pass that, I was going to say if, but I'm going to say once, when I pass that, they'll say, yeah, go ahead. Now I have to actually do the thing, right? And here's where the dilemma comes in. I know it's been 4 minutes and I've just yapped and yapped, but the dilemma is my research is actually based in the UK. The people I'm researching are in the UK. The systems I'm researching are in the UK. I live in California. Right now, my school is in California. Being here gives me a sense of peace, a sense of routine. I've been able to invest in working out, eating healthy, just like not reinventing myself, but being the person I've always wanted to be. Because, you know, have you noticed, like, before you go to university, when you're at home, your parents are like, oh, you love yogurt. You normally wake up at this time. So then you almost feel like you have to do that because you don't want to let them down with the vision of you that they have, in a way. It's weird to say that, but like, if someone comes home and they're like, you've always loved these crisps, I got them for you, you're going to be like, thank you. Whereas here in California, I'm like, do I even like crisps? You know, and I'm stocking my fridge with kombucha and kimchi, things that I would never have done at home in England because that's not who V is. You know what I mean? Anyway, here I got to just start fresh, blank, and just be like, maybe I do like coffee. I used to swear I don't drink coffee. Now I'm like, I'll try coffee, or I go hiking, or I want to go to the gym, you know? Anyway, that's my life in Cali. But in England, I have Nando's. I have my nephews and my nieces. I have my family. Like, it is such a joy to be there, but it's distracting. Now, here's the dilemma. Do I return to England in September and call it a day on the Californian experience because now class is over? I'm no longer needed here. I feel like this is really terrible storytelling, and I actually am so sorry if you've had to watch up until this point and you're like, get to the point. But this is where my brain is at. I am absolutely scrambled and like, yeah, the lack of coherence in this video is what's going on in my brain. So I guess if you've made it up to this point, thank you. If you dropped off already, I'm so sorry. I should have just said it at the start. Anyway, I don't know where to live. I've spoken to the people at my apartment and they're like, yeah, girl, if you want to get out of your lease early, all good. Just throw us a little $250 termination fee. We've got a wait list wanting the 1 bedroom. Anyway, you'll be helping us out, you know? So I'm like, dang. And then at home, everyone's like, yeah, come home. We miss you. Come, come, come. So I'm like, man, I thought they were going to be like, girl, stay there and finish what you started. Then my friends here are like, girl, you came to do a PhD. Like, why would you leave before you finish the thing? But technically, on paper, I physically don't need to be here anymore. I can do my dissertation from anywhere in the world as long as I have internet connection. But it would be ideal to collect the data in the same time zone as the people I'm researching. It's not mandatory, but it would make for a richer study. So now I'm torn. There are three options on the table. And really I don't come to the internet often to ask for advice. I've only came a few times when I didn't know what to do about Harvard. I was like, do I do the degree online or do I wait till the pandemic is over and reapply? You guys helped me make that decision. You were like, girl, you better begin that degree online and get suited and booted and do Zoom. And I did. I listened to you. Then I think there was a time I didn't know whether to move to London or not, or stay in Birmingham, I think. And you guys helped me make that decision. Move to London. Now, this is another crossroad that we have. And I really hope, I'm really praying that you guys actually give me your advice and thoughts in the comments, because I don't know, I feel like crying, weirdly enough, because I just feel overwhelmed. Anyway, the three decisions on the line are stay in California as is, keep my beautiful, gorgeous apartment, which I love being here, keep my routine, do my 20,000 steps a day, 8 hours of studying a day, and making my cute content. That's all I do here. You know, I make my little videos, study, and walk. That's all it is. And I can go to the library. My professor is down the road if I need him. We're in the same time zone. My classmates are brilliant. We literally meet up every Sunday to do like revision and studying and whatnot. And that peer effect is real. So that's option one. Just stay in California and forget this England thing. Option two, I go to England in September/October and stay there at my mom's house for like a month and a bit. Obviously, I can go to work because I can't work when I'm over here. So my job is like, hey girl, are you gonna come to work? So I can go back, do like work for a month, you know, make some money, save and stack, because that's another thing being here. I can't exactly, you know, work, which is fine because I'm lucky enough to have an incredibly supportive scholarship and a mentor who's amazing. And I've kind of like, I'd saved for my rent in advance. So I've paid my rent up front, kind of. And yeah, like I don't need to go and work right now, but it would be ideal to go and get a little more savings, you know? So I can't work in California, but I can study, go back to England for a month and a half, for the whole of September and maybe even October, and do the research, collect the data. I will still be studying, but there's a few more distractions, because when I went to London last week. I was in London last week. Everybody, coffee, coffee, coffee. Come to this, do this. And I was like, I didn't even have time to study. So I guess, but maybe it's because I don't go home often. So when I did go after 3 months, everyone's like, we want to see you because they know I'm leaving. Whereas if I was there for a solid 2 months, I bet no one would even care, right? So that's option 2, is go do a little bit of both. So go to England on the 1st of September and return to California on like the 30th of October, which is 2 months. But then rent, 2 months. This place costs $2,000 a month, $4,000 down the drain. Or is it down the drain? Is it really down the drain, or is it just a little investment? I don't know, whatever. So that's option 2. Option 3, wait, what was option 1? Stay in California. Option 2, go to England in September/October, but return back to California October and stay put. Go nowhere until this degree ends in March. Option 3 is moved back to England completely. Like, class is over. I no longer physically need to be here. Just call it a day. Submit the lease termination fee, move back to England in September, go to my mom's house and just finish my degree from England and not be paying rent and doing back and forth. And then now I get to see family, get to work and study. But then is that like, am I really a Californian student anymore? You know? Gosh. I do not think anything was coherent there. But hey, I just needed to rant and get it out of my chest because I'm really torn. I think I'm leaning towards option 2. I'm leaning towards the mix of spend the whole of August here, go to England 1st of September, return like end of October. I say that because my sister's birthday is in October and she wants me there in England. Oh, the reason why I'm contemplating all of this is because I need to be European side like 3 times in September. So it's a lot of up, and I was like, that doesn't make sense. So the option of just staying in California from now until March is not there because I have to return in September for work and for wedding and for other things I've got. And then my sister's birthday in October. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. If my degree will end March 27th, let's call it April 1st, because we don't know what day I'll defend actually. April the 1st, that is exactly 9 months left. I've already been here for 2.5 years. I've loved it. I don't need Nando's. I don't need to see my nieces and nephews. I've already, 9 months left. Let's just be here, finish it, do it, you know? And just sacrifice 2 months of going to England in September and October, but still tell myself, I'm going to write my dissertation in America, on American soil, on campus, in the library, with my classmates, with my professors. I wish they didn't say classes are over, because that then made me think, oh, I've got an option now. I can either stay in America or leave. When all along, I should have just always told myself I'll be here from the beginning till the end. I'm going to go, because this could be a 30-minute video of me just going in circles in my brain. But I hope you can see that there's genuinely a real dilemma at play. We need to make a decision. We need to make it fast. So please comment below what you think. And if you've made it to the end, what's our secret word? Because I don't believe anybody will make it to the end of this brain ramble. The word should be, my friend Mario said it yesterday. The word should be simplify. The word, no. Let's make the words V, keep it simple. And then put your advice, or whatever. I don't know. Comment something that'll tell me you made it to the end. I'm exhausted mentally. I can't even get my words out. So that's the 411. That's the 411. I bet I'm not going to have made a decision. I'm going to leave myself to decide on August 27th 6th. That's when I'll make the decision. So hopefully you guys can still give me your advice. Anyway, love you. I'm gonna go do some laundry, do Sunday reset, try to take my mind off this decision. But everyone is asking me in my life, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Am I packing up? Am I leaving? Am I selling everything? That's another thing. Who's gonna sell all of this? Do you see how many things I have acquired since being here? A sofa, tables, all this stuff on the wall, this desk. Like, I've got so many things. I'm like, I need to prepare for defense right now. When am I gonna have the time to sell all of this, to move back to England in September anyways? I think I should just finish my degree in, oh my God, it's been 17 minutes. I'm so sorry. I'm going. Goodbye. Love you. Bye.